Hey, what's going on, Beowulf Nation? It's I'm Beowulf back at it with another video. So when this video goes up, it will actually be Thanksgiving of 2020. So I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, safe travels, and be safe. I do free monthly giveaways. Totally free to enter. You have to be subscribed to I'm Beowulf and Beowulf Nation. You have to, both channels you have to be subscribed to, and then either you have to follow me on Instagram, @Beowulf. If you don't do Insta, it has to be Facebook. My Facebook page is I Am Beowulf. So you got to do those three things to get entered in free giveaways. You know, it'll change up. It might be a Jet Tribe Life Fest or something else. I like to have it where it's kind of different, maybe almost like a surprise, but it's gonna be really really cool. So take a look at that. Also too, check out the I Am Beowulf merch at IamBeowulf.com. Also too, I have an Amazon store where you can find really cool stuff. This is my one bag that I use when I go riding, and it's a Faraday bag, but it's waterproof. And it floats, and it goes right in the storage thing. That's where I put my phone, and keys, and wallet, all that kind of cool stuff. And that is on my Amazon store, Amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Bunch of cool stuff. So let's get to the video. So you might have seen the past video where I just got this sent. And Outlaw Hydrographics did a killer job hydro dipping this carbon fiber. It was a primer color before. So anybody has a GP1800R that's interested in having one of these for your ski, DM me on Instagram, and I'll do like a group buy. If a bunch of people get them, and I can do them all up like this and get them done with carbon fiber and sell it to you and get it to you anywhere in the world you want one of these. So the whole goal with this video was to show this off. So this will replace. It's really cool. So I'll pop this thing up so I can show you guys this. It's really cool. So this. We'll take this piece out. So this whole piece gets replaced out, and this goes into place, which is awesome because it's going to put 2 gauges in there. And then I'm planning to redo this, not have the hydro graphic where it's the snake skin is due carbon fiber, because I like to do this piece and this all carbon fiber. And I'll probably do it over the winter. Once it gets really cold and there's like a short period of time where you can't ride, it's probably when I'm gonna knock all that out. It's just all this. And I plan on redoing these in black carbon fiber. I did this in carbon fiber, which I think it really increases it. So it's almost all, once that's done, the only black trim pieces would be like the bumper, the sides and the bumpers. But I'm not gonna do the bumper just because I want a little bit of flex. But I got the Jettrim ankle mats that are carbon fiber. This is going to be just killer with all this out. So I want to get people's opinion. What gauges do you guys want to see in here? Ooh, I didn't want to drop that, but luckily it didn't. What gauges would you like to see in there? For sure, but planning on doing autometer gauges. They have marine ones, so it's totally safe for the water and stuff because it gets wet. I'm for sure 100%. One of these is going to be a boost gauge, no questions. It's not even a discussion. So I want to hear people what you want to see the second gauge. What gauge do you guys think is real important? Would you like the guys see in the video? Because this gives more movement of cooler stuff. And I'll tell you, something like this makes this thing 100 times cooler than the 2021 Yamaha GP1800R because it doesn't have one of these. I think this is going to be a game changer for the ski. It's going to look cool. And I've been debating too what color the gauge is. I think I'm doing white because this is like just a blank LCD, kind of like a calculator kind of thing. So I don't want it to, it's not a gray. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking the gauges look, the background looks white. So I think I'm gonna do white. Originally I was gonna do carbon fiber gauges, but it's gonna be, you might not notice as much because you won't be able, I don't think I'm gonna be wiring any of these up where they're gonna light up in the back because there's no lights on this thing. So I'm more looking for mechanical gauges too, where I was looking at an EGT gauge. I'm afraid is with how you have the spray and all the water and stuff, the sensor might go bad or something. So I'm not knowing if I'm going to go that route or not, just because I really use my machines. So let's hear the comments, because I just think this piece just turned out amazing. They do such a cool job too. I mean, it just looks just like real carbon fiber, and you can tell it's fiberglass, and what a nice piece. It's gonna be so cool with the gauges in there, and the nice thing is it just hooks right up. Uses the factory holes right up in there to install it. And yeah, it's gonna have such a cool finish. Because I did this too, so it's gonna really blend, because they did, Outlaw Hydrographics did this in carbon fiber. And yeah. They can do different colored carbon fiber too, but just look at that. It just looks so perfect. So that's the goal, is just to have this all flowing. And I did this big section. Gonna leave this still white. And yeah, the more and more I do this ski, it makes me never want to sell it, to be honest. I think the seat looks killer. All around, this ski is just, it's crazy is that from day one where I got it to where it's even at now is still pretty cool, because it's like a lot has changed. And I'm just so happy with the ski. It has zero issues. You just go out and have fun with it. You know, there's stuff you have to check maintenance and look over things, but there's not like stuff is breaking, which knock on fiberglass that it stays like that. So I want to hear people's in the comments. What do you guys like to see? I figured to do a video which talking about this before just doing it, because I like to get people's input. What you like to see, and I'm pretty open, because I've been thinking about some of the different gauges, but I like to get the input of what people like to see in it. And I might do some research. If maybe you guys think I shouldn't go with Autometer and some other brand that makes marine gauges, I'm open to that. But from seeing that Autometer does have the marine one, I think that's where I'm going at. Route, you know, it's not going to be the biggest gauges, but it's going to basically fit in there, and it's just going to be cool seeing the boost gauge, it going up when you're hitting the throttle. We'll actually see how much boost the thing's running too, where it'll have a mechanical boost gauge. And I was kind of looking through the different, they only have so many size gauges. I have to measure out what size this is, so I know I get the right size one, but definitely, you know, I want to get this knocked out pretty quick. With doing it. So that's why I want to get usually I'm like 2 to 3 weeks out of video. So this video is actually jumping in front of all the videos to get right to it, to where it's literally filmed and it's up the following day. So I figure this one there isn't time to wait, because I actually want to get it all hooked up. I want to figure stuff out. I think on Thanksgiving night, I actually want to figure out what gauges I want to order and get it ordered, and hopefully get it installed pretty quick. I know a boost gauge will be so quick, because you just tap right off the blow-up valve line, vacuum line, and boom, it's up. It's gonna be very quick. And that's why I'm trying to figure out what the other gauge. I for sure don't want to leave it blank. So I want to hear people in the comments. Tell me, what should the GP1800R get gauge-wise? And this is just, it just looks so cool. I'm so excited. So I think I'll stick out a little bit farther forward. But it's going to be it's going to be a whole nother level. It's going to just make the ski even look cooler than it already is. And that's why I think once this gets back to, when I do this carbon fiber, I think it's going to blend. I've had some mixed people saying I should still keep it. The hard thing is, I don't know if I'll redo this piece, because realistically, you really don't see it that much, that I don't even know if it's worth the time. It just, the yellow doesn't match the other of the yellow. The yellow of this matches there. So I'm just trying to get it where stuff kind of like matches as much as possible. That's another reason why I'm doing it. But I think this piece doing all this carbon fiber is gonna look cool. I think I'm gonna leave the mirror pieces here because it's so tiny, but I might do it. They're not hard to take off. Maybe I'll do that opinion with doing it, because maybe it would. Maybe if they just mask it, because I don't think that, see, the mirror doesn't go anywhere. It's pretty much fixed. So I'm wondering, yeah, I think if he masks it off, it can be done, which I do think it would look cool. But the problem is you still got, you know, a little black in here. But I'm trying to get it where everything looks right, but not like where it has to be done. It's not a mandatory. I think this piece will look cool. But I also have to see if he can do this. I think it'd be no problem. I know this part was a really hard thing. This was hydro dip, 2 separate processes, just because of how big this piece was, and it was not like how it's shaped. It might look different on this process, because see how this is more like a groove surface, and then that's smooth because there used to be a decal there that I removed. So also too, there's another company that makes a gauge pod there, which I would never do something like that, because it's like, I use this storage is very important to me. And then it has the foam in there that keeps it sealed. It's watertight. So I just never thought of that as an option. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Maybe I'll just leave this how it is. We'll see how it all goes step by step, I guess, my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this because I'm so excited. It's not even funny with getting this installed. I'm like, gotta figure out what gauges needed ASAP. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Existing subscribers, hit the bell notification. You get notified as soon as a video is uploaded. Be driven to win. Remember, have a, not to eat too much. And be safe out there. Be driven to win. Remember, every day is Earth Day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.